Should your kiddo borrow a private alternative loan, or should you take out a federal Parent Plus loan as a parent to help cover the financial aid gap that's left over? That's what I want to talk about today. I'm getting a lot of questions this time of year because financial aid award letters are rolling out and there's gap that's owed to the school. So a lot of families are wondering if it's best to take a private education loan or a federal Parent Plus loan and what their options are. So today I just want to talk to you a little bit about the differences so that you can make an informed decision. So there are a whole bunch of private education loans out there that students can borrow to help cover the gap that they owe to the college. And it can be the total gap. So let's say the college costs $50,000 and they got $25,000 in financial aid, so they owe $25,000 to the school. They can actually borrow a private alternative or education loan for this gap. The kicker about these private education loans is that they are based on credit. So because students, that are in a senior in high school don't have much credit and are young, in 99% of the cases, they have to get a cosigner in order to take out the private education loan. And a lot of families and parents aren't aware of this. They just kind of assume that students can borrow these student loans on their own or these private loans on their own, and that's not the case. There is a federal direct subsidized or unsubsidized student loan that you'll see in your kiddo's financial aid award letter, but this is something different. That's funded by the government. It's not based on credit. It's completely guaranteed that the student will get that. The private education loans are not guaranteed. So there are a lot out there. They all have different terms, different interest rates, different perks. A lot of them have different requirements for like credit scores. Some are more lenient than others. So you just have to kind of make a decision as a family whether or not you want to go that route and co-sign a student loan for your son or daughter, or whether you want to take out what's called a federal Parent Plus loan, which is a lot different because the federal Parent Plus loan is a loan that's funded by the government in the parent's name only for as much as you want to cover up to the total gap that's owed. So again, you can borrow, if you owe $25,000 to the college, you can borrow the full $25,000. The big difference between the Parent Plus loan and the private loan is that the Plus loan is a loan in the parent's name. So your son or daughter's name would not be on the loan in any way, and that one is based on credit. However, it is more lenient in terms of credit standards than any of the private loans are. Families tend to get approved easier for the Parent Plus loan than they do the private education loans. There's also different terms with Parent Plus loans because it's funded by the government in terms of like deferments and forbearance options and putting payments off if you have a hard time making payments and things like that. So those are really the two main differences. The other thing that a lot of families are not aware of is that if you were to try to apply for a Parent Plus loan and you're denied for credit reasons, then your kiddo automatically becomes eligible for an additional $4,000 or $5,000 in the federal direct loan that they should have been awarded in their financial aid award letter. So that initial $5,500 that they get awarded could go up by $4,000 or $5,000 depending on the year that they're in school, just because you got denied a Parent Plus loan based on credit reasons. So those are the differences. I often, have parents ask me, well, what's the better loan to take? And it's really a personal choice for families. A lot of parents they want their child to have some skin in the game, so they would rather co-sign a loan, but have that loan be in their son or daughter's names versus, other parents are okay with taking the loan out for their child and having the loan in their name. It's really a personal choice. You can go online and do some searching. There's a ton of different comparison charts for private education loans, so you can kind of compare and contrast all the different interest rates and terms and things like that. Those are really varied in terms of interest rate. With the federal Parent Plus loan, that changes each July, the interest, but it will never go higher than 9.25%. And with the Parent Plus loan, you can actually choose to have the payments deferred while your kiddo is in school and not make any payments. And with some of the private alternative education loans, you can do the same thing. So you just have to do your research, figure out what might be a better option for you. But hopefully that helps clear things up a little bit. Remember, I'm always here to help and answer any questions that you might have. If you want to do a phone consult and talk about the best option for your family in terms of covering that gap and taking out a loan, I'm happy to help. Thanks for watching.